What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, man? I know y'all ain't seen our faces in a long time, but hey, this Down South Football Podcast back in the building, man. A little pregame before the national championship. We got our man at DJ Double Dose, aka Ben Dennis. We got our man at David Gardner at IMDL Gardner. Fellas, what's good with y'all, man?
Hey man, what's good, man? Man, everything is everything, man. You know what I'm saying? Ready to see this non-SEC championship game get underway.
Everything good, man. I just had technical difficulties as usual over here. I mean, I couldn't tell if we were live or what. It was just stuck on 2 minutes, so I don't know what was going on.
Well, yeah, it's some difficulties over here because because things have been a little bit difficult past couple of days. But hey, I'm here. I'm doing it. And y'all see Ben still with the petty for some reason. I don't.
Hey man, listen, man. Look, that thing ain't going nowhere. I've just not voiced it as much, but you know what I'm saying, it's still there. So it was still wonderful to see Texas and Alabama lose. It was amazing. I like to see it.
Yeah,
like to hear throw for less than 130 yards.
I didn't care. I care about this game. Speaking of this game, Washington versus Michigan. Really just want to come on here and just talk for a couple minutes, man. Before the game gets started, just want to know what y'all thoughts are. Like, what keys you gonna be looking for, things of that nature. ESPN been on all day. Man, they got Corso up in the building. Good Lord have mercy. Anyway, sorry. Just seeing how y'all feeling, man. How y'all feeling about this matchup? Let me pull this down a little bit now that we on air. Either one of y'all start, man. Go ahead.
It's going. I've been thinking about it all day, honestly, and everybody asks me, who you think gonna win, who you gonna win, but I don't know. It's like the battle of total opposites, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got one team that's outstanding on defense, the other team's outstanding on offense.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when it boils down to it, it comes down to who can get who has most points at the end of the game. So that ain't helped me none either when I try to use that logic. So I don't know. I'm looking to see is Michigan going to try to blitz Penix? I mean, are they going to try to blitz? Are they going to try to bring some heat, or are they going to try to sit back and make him throw through some tight windows? I don't know. I'm curious to see how that's going to work. Washington running game is also solid. So I mean, I did see Bama. Bama was successful. It had some success on the ground against Michigan.
Right.
And Washington can run the ball, plus they can throw the ball. So I don't know. As far as who's going to win, I couldn't tell you that, but I got a lot of things that I'm looking at.
For me, I'm looking forward to seeing what Michigan's secondary is going to be able to do. Ultimately, because, of course, scratch the pettiness. The pettiness aside, they really wasn't tested last week. So to see can that secondary hold up against these three grown-ass men that Washington have at wide receiver, that to me is going to be more interesting than anything else we see today, because we know what Washington wants to do. They don't throw screens a lot. They don't throw slant. They like the deep ball. Penix is going to chunk it, and can Michigan's secondary, i.e. their corners, be able to hold up against Doomsday and Company and Polk? I'm curious just to see how that plays itself
out. One thing that kind of stand out to me, just matchup. Of course, this is one game I'm just gonna love to watch. Of course, it's always gonna be in the trenches with me. The physical dominance of Michigan's D line against Washington's offensive line. Now, Washington offensive line has held their own in some instances, but some instances they've gotten a little shaky. So that's the first matchup that I want to see. I want to see how they hold up at the point of attack, because that's going to determine whatever they want to be able to do. If Washington hold up against Michigan at the point of attack, then you get Penix 0.5 seconds, you got a problem.
Mm-hmm.
When you're looking at that, on the opposite side of it, when you're talking about Michigan, can they bring that same physical style, or like how I like to call it, a NFL pro style offense, which more balanced, and bully them down with Corum and all that kind of good stuff like that. Just some small keys that you just want to see matchup wise when you start going at it. Now, we already know Washington got them dudes on the outside. I mean, we already know that on offense. We already know they got the dudes on the outside. That's been there. It's just that a lot of people across the nation wasn't paying attention to it because they saw the name Washington across the titch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just a little small thing. Is there anything else in particular that you're looking forward to over the next, what we got, about 10, 20 minutes, something like that?
Also on the Michigan standpoint too, man, just seeing Corum, just seeing him, seeing as if they adopt the strategy of trying to control the game, and like Dave said, pretty much try to keep Penix off the field as much as possible. Have long, sustaining drives, because when you got a high-powered offense, that's one of the things that suck the most is when you're watching the other team's offense just suck the life out of the gym and pretty much just take 8-9 minute drives, and you got to sit there and watch and wait and see. So seeing how committed Michigan is to the running game as well.
Tamika, go Dogs. You talking about the Washington Husky Dogs?
Yeah. She been putting Washington out. Yeah.
No, I just wanted to be clarification. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dave.
Oh no, I want to see if Michigan actually had a special teams session this week.
Hey, listen. We doing a whole lot of talking. You know what? You damn right. You damn right.
Right. I mean, I'm just trying to see, if they worked on special teams. Was that one of the periods, when they were going through practice? I mean, was that a period? Special teams? I mean, I don't know.
I think that period was taken out beforehand. Now they added it back.
Yeah, they need to.
Because I mean, when you muff 2 punts, miss the extra point and a field goal. Yeah.
Did a bad snap. If they want to have a bad snap, but not a bad snap, bad hole or whatever on the field goal on the extra point team.
Then a bad punt, your punter wasn't on point. He kicking short, like they special teams had a bad day.
Bro, I'm talking about. I don't know if the special team coach made it back on the plane. Because, bro, I'm like, okay, first of all, you got a freshman back there returning, okay? And not only does he does the worst thing, but I ain't gonna say the worst thing, because some coaches will coach this about the running up to the punt
right
in traffic with a freshman.
Son.
Okay, but then the other dude you put back there. I mean, you put a different dude back there, and what he do? I'm talking about some inches. Do you know how iconic it would have been if that game would have ended on a safety?
Bro. See.
I mean, he was inches away from getting a safety. Like, bro,
I mean, the freshman been doing it all. He been feeling your punch the whole game, bro. If you was that, I mean, even after he made a mistake, you still put him back there. Then you turn around and put this other guy back here. Come on, man, you can't. That guy probably had touched the field the whole game, so he all jittery.
Bro,
and where he had to field the punt at too. Yes. Come on now.
Yes.
Game on the line. Man, come on.
Everything is on the line right now. Everything is on the line right now.
I never would have fielded that punt. I don't care what the coach would have said. That motherfucker just rolled. I never would have. I would have
like
it took out toward the sideline.
And listen, and if it would have died on the one, then damn it just would have died on the one. But y'all,
that would have ended up at anyway.
That would ended up at anyway. Like you said, worst case scenarios, it died on the one. Guess what? Y'all was on the one anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Also, something I'm looking forward to, because Washington pass defense has got a reputation for being bad. Not bad, but not outstanding.
Right.
And all that kind of stuff like that. But can Michigan take advantage of that? Can they create it to where like they're gonna make them linebackers and them safeties come up? What are they gonna do? Are they gonna take advantage of that at all? Because I'm gonna tell you, number one is a baller. Wilson's a baller.
Roman is a baller. Yes, he is.
Yeah, I mean, he is someone to know. Like I said, we're just giving advantages and disadvantages on both sides. But I will ask Ben this, and then Dave, you can answer.
Mm-hmm.
When this game first was decided, like, okay, it's gonna be Washington, Michigan. What was your first initial thoughts?
Just one word, attack. That was my thought. Washington's gonna attack.
Okay. Dave? After all your damn pettiness, okay? Dave. Move on from that.
So the very first thing I thought was, well, I can go and buy as many chicken wings as I want to, because everybody gonna grill out for this damn game.
Hey, look, hey, I went by a couple restaurant day. They just as empty. I went by Big Whiskey and Water.
I mean, you can sit wherever you want to sit tonight, man. It don't matter. No line, no wait.
No line, no wait. Wingstop empty.
All right, y'all.
So
Kings
after my pettiness, I really first thing I thought was like, how the hell Michigan is going to stop Washington?
Yeah,
that was my first thing. But they got the tools to do it. But I was more so concerned with how they going to scheme. What are they going to do? Are they going to be able to get past first? How is this going to look? And also, I was thought like, damn, when was the last time it was another SEC championship? Which come to find out what Oregon and
2015.
Oregon, Ohio State, right?
Yeah, 2014, 2015,
right.
2015,
2015. The first one.
Yeah, first one. That Zeke Elliott left his got his back plate. I think it's still in New Orleans. But yeah,
the very first one.
I knew this was coming.
I ain't
talking about that. I'm talking about this.
Oh, Connor Staggs with a fair call out.
Leave Connor Staggs alone. Leave that man alone. He done took enough for good old Michigan this year. I mean, I'm with you on that. Like, the first thing I thought about was 0. Y'all gonna think I'm crazy. Was the number 0 for Michigan?
Okay.
I'm like, I don't trust him. I don't trust him back there. I mean, he's a good player. Man, look, he got burnt and toast all over the back of his jersey. He's a good player. I just don't know about him in space.
That's what his name is. Was Sanders Steele, whatever his name is.
I don't know what his name is.
I know you're talking about, because I watching that game, I said the same thing. I said, man, he lost himself some money in this game. I mean, normally you look at the game, you're like, man, somebody made some money. I'm like, he lost himself some money.
I will say this though. That damn Michigan is physical, and they will knock your ass out. So, I mean,
quickly.
They gonna sit there. He's
really intrigued,
and
they gonna let them establish that game.
Because the thing is, if you look at it, Penix hasn't really been sacked a lot all year. So if you think you're gonna just get home with 4, that ain't happening, because ain't nobody really been able to get home with 4 on Penix. They're gonna have to do,
unless you ain't blocking.
Blitz. They're gonna have to blitz occasionally.
And one thing about what I noticed about Washington's offense on last week is that they always give Penix an out. Well, that means they got a running back in the flats. It's always a safety. Like if all else fails, you got this.
Yep.
And that's one reason why he don't get sacked as much, because he always got a way to get rid of that ball. Yeah, 55 a dog though, son.
He from what, Central Michigan?
55. I guess. Yeah. I don't know.
He came from a lower program. I can't remember, because I mean they said it last week, but I couldn't remember exactly what he said. Oh, if y'all talk about my voice, I'm sorry. Been under the weather like everybody else, still under the weather. So when I get off of here, it's gonna be back to bundling up and sipping soup. I just, the reason why I love this game is because we know so much about these teams, but we don't know so much about the matchup together. Like if it's, and this is not a SEC thing or anything like that, but it's like if it's Alabama, Georgia, or if it's whoever, you know what I'm saying? Like, a little bit more about it, and you're getting it more spread out. You're getting more spread out with the fact that it is Washington and that it is Michigan, and you basically got you got an all Big Ten final. So you got an all Big Ten final.
Is it just me though? But I never paired these two teams. And nothing in my mind ever came through a scenario where it could be Washington. What would Washington and Michigan look like? I never did.
You never went through all the scenarios?
Not in the championship game.
Yeah.
I just, maybe, I knew it could possibly happen once the Final Four was done. But as you go through the season and you're thinking about possible champions and possible opponents. These were the two I never, because let's just be honest. We all thought the Pac-12 was going to implode. And we all thought the Big right. And we all thought the Big Ten was going to see an SEC team and
lose.
And lose. We kind of all thought that.
Well,
but
we thought about really that Pac-12, like you said, was basically like imploding on themselves over there.
They always do. This was the one year they didn't do it.
Then with Michigan, you know, I mean, it's hard to like get that history, that recent history out your head. You know what I'm saying? Right. That was the hard part about it, because really y'all could have been there last year and y'all let TCU punk y'all.
This man is 1-7 in bowl games. Like, and I thought he's like 1-7 or 2-8, something like that.
Oh, Fantasia singing the national anthem?
Yeah, they do. No, Fantasia out here.
Yeah, I said Fantasia singing the national anthem.
Fantasia out here. He must be the interpreter.
Yeah, I saw Fantasia, but I'm like, she got that furry.
Yeah. She in Houston. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Well, with a storm, it's storming and raining outside.
Is that a color purple reference?
Color purple thing? It could be. Consider how they were treated on the set. I doubt it. But
oh my god!
Shout out to Oprah.
Told y'all never know what you're gonna get.
Hey, you call up petty. Hey, you call up.
Right, you going about the culture. You call us petty.
Hey, I ain't talking about the movie. I'm talking about the conditions. I'm just saying, if I'm an actress, I ain't gonna be here. No, y'all like I'm talking like Cat Williams or something. Like I ain't doing that crazy.
Cat Williams told
I mean, it's close. It's close.
This is a space for truth.
You really gonna put me in the category Cat Williams?
He's speaking some truth.
That was a Cat Williams.
That was a cat.
That was kind of you know.
Okay, if y'all gonna make me do well.
Hey, like Uck said, dang, Oprah just called it straight. Oprah just called it straight.
Listen, hold on. I know we on it for a second. The straight that got me was earthquake. I'm like, damn, how you gonna say that man illiterate? Like why you just gonna throw the slug at earthquake? Like, then followed up with, I mean, but he's funny as hell. Like, yo, why I had to catch your slugs, man?
Look, I'm telling you, I'm so done talking about Cat. I said we so enamored with all this. It's go crazy. But anyway, final prediction. You got any prediction, or you just watching, or you got predictions?
Well, for me, y'all know Dave done got on me about this throughout the year. Hey man, when I stand on something, I stand on it. I picked Michigan way back in the preseason and win the whole thing. So I ain't changing tonight. I ain't changing.
Hey, you got a prediction, or you just watching?
I think it's hardball time. I really, really do think that he finds a way and praise up some points from somewhere, because Lord knows he's gonna need them. Yeah, I'm rolling with Harbaugh, man. I think it's his time.
I would be lying if I say I had a pick, because I don't. Y'all finna make me do my Keith Lee. I don't have a pick. Oh, by the way, breaking news: Kevin Steele is retiring.
Damn, they just keep taking hits. 9 folks in the portal, still dipping. Jesus.
Well, I mean, you know, they portal got a little bit late, but yeah, we all getting 9 or 10. But Kevin Steele retiring, so that's one I didn't see coming. But anyway,
Kevin Steele at Bama, right?
Yeah, he was the defensive coordinator this year.
Yeah, he should retire. He made enough money.
He's been around for a while.
He's been around for a long time.
Yeah, when he got defensive coordinator at one point, Renard.
He went down there with Derek Brown and them boys. Had them boys ready.
Yeah, he's been around for a clip. Yeah.
So I guess we would get off of here.
He good.
We get. Hey, once you say retire, you already know you got money. Washington coming out, everything. So it's time for the game, man.
Deserve.
I just want to watch a good game. That's why I don't have no prediction. I'm just watching a good game. I ain't even put no bet in, no nothing. So hey. Well, I'll let y'all, man. Got the teams coming out now. Hope y'all enjoy the game, man. We about this thing. See y'all soon, bro.
All right.